Candidate Prabowo Subianto has declared victory.
Prabowo Subianto.
Prabowo Subianto.
Prabowo Subianto.
Prabowo Subianto says his victory shows democracy is running well.
Harus menjadi kemenangan untuk seluruh rakyat Indonesia.
Indonesia's Defense Minister Prabowo Subianto has declared victory in the country's presidential election. Quick vote counts have put the former Special Forces commander in the lead, where quick count results showed him winning with 60% of vote, likely to be the next president of the world's third largest democratic country, Indonesia. However, this man has been accused of several crimes against humanity in the past, abducting pro-democracy activists and falsely claiming victory in 2 elections. So the question is, who is Prabowo Subianto? Born on October 17, 1951, Prabowo comes from a prestigious background, being the son of Sumitro Jojo Hadikusumo, an economist and minister in Indonesia's early governments. Prabowo's early years were marked by a passion for the military. He was an army general during the dictatorship of Sugiarto, who is also his father-in-law. His military career was not without controversy, as he was dismissed from the army in 1998 following accusations of human rights abuses during the turmoil that led the fall of the president Suharto. Prabowo's forces committed abuses during Indonesia's brutal occupation of Timor-Leste, and in the 90s he allegedly oversaw the kidnapping of more than 20 democracy protesters, 13 of whom were never found. Despite these controversies, Prabowo has remained a prominent figure in Indonesian politics. Prabowo Subianto started his political career after founding the Great Indonesia Movement Party, known as Gerindra, in 2008. Prabowo sought to elevate his political stature by running as president in the 2014 presidential election, facing off against Joko Widodo, popularly known as Jokowi. The campaign was bitterly contested, with both candidates accusing each other of electoral fraud. In the end, Jokowi emerged victorious, but Prabowo's strong showing solidified his position as a major political player in Indonesia. Prabowo's second bid for the presidency came in the 2019 election, where he once again faced off against Jokowi. He again ended the battle with a loss, securing a second term in office for Jokowi. However, this time things have changed. After his defeat in 2019, Jokowi decided to make peace with Prabowo by providing a spot in the nation's Ministry of Defense and participating in Jokowi's presidential cabinet from 2019 to 2024. After 15 long years of waiting in the political world, Prabowo Subianto finally attained what he desired. He emerged as the overwhelming favorite over the other candidates in the 2024 presidential race and is expected to prevail the election in just a single round. However, his victory raises a lot of controversies. How did he attain the voices of the people with his controversial past? Is Jokowi the face behind the mask?
It all started when controversy emerged from the head of Constitutional Court, Anwar Usman, who unexpectedly revoked the law regarding the age limit to be able to be at least 40 years old or have are currently holding position elected to general elections, including regional head elections. The step that he made clear led a path to a political dynasty. Why? Several days after the decisions have been made, Gibran Rakabuming, the eldest son of President Jokowi, who is currently 36 years old, benefit from this change. He decided to leave this current political party and join Prabowo as the vice president, forming the coalition Indonesia Maju. This action brings many citizens into confusions and skepticism concerning the nation's democracy becoming corrupted with nepotism. Plenty of mass strikes launched by students happened in opposition to the court judgment. The word nepotism was used repeatedly. How, therefore, can nepotism tarnish the country? Anwar Usman, the head of Constitutional Court, turns out to be Jokowi's brother-in-law. The decision to change the rules is made with strong criticism from the public and a number of educational institutions who claim that Anwar Usman is unfit and has broken several legal ethics. So, how does the public respond? For starters, these national elections will be filled with over 200 million people, 55% of which are young voters. Only 59% of them are interested in politics. Luckily, a lot of research says that the Gen Zs are most likely to be rationalist and apathetic, meaning that they would likely to choose behind the vision and goals of each candidate and setting aside the history that ever happened. However, following the trends and popularity is still frequently found. So, what is the secret behind Prabowo's victory? After the Indonesia mushroom had been made, Prabowo rebranded himself as the cute, cuddly, dancing grandpa to attract public attention. It does work emphasizing the campaign with all the festive music and cute dances. Several TikTokers and local celebrities are also involved to lighten up the atmosphere, making all of his dark past very deeply. During the campaign, several ambiguous statements and actions came from Jokowi. It indicated his role in boosting Prabowo's strength, starting from his statement. President indeed can go in a presidential campaign and be allowed to pick a side. The statement was said when he was standing next to Prabowo. Until now, mass protests are still ongoing following the students' hope of impeachment of Jokowi's political regime.
Yang paling penting, presiden itu boleh loh kampanye. Presiden itu boleh loh memihak. Boleh.
Not to mention, the attempts of President Jokowi to provide social assistance was criticized for fooling the public with attempts to carry public opinion to specific candidates. Prabowo Sugiarto, based on the Indonesian Survey Institute or the LSI, there are real correlations between recipients of government, social assistance, and support for candidates in the 2024 presidential election. The result shows that 24.8% of respondents admitted receiving social assistance. Of that, number 69.3% claimed to have voted for presidential and vice presidential candidates. Number 2, Prabowo Gibran. This put Jokowi in a darker spot for the public due to the potential for social assistance that is not for the right person and is only interested in facilitating electoral votes. The scandal did not stop here. The official X account of the Indonesian Ministry of Defense has taunted Indonesian netizens with a tweet mentioned a hashtag of Prabowo Gibran 2024. When it got investigated, the post was no longer on the official X account. However, moment after the posts were re-uploaded with no hashtags captions in the post, the public already noticed it by taking screenshots, which led to a deeper controversy as it fails to embody professionalism and neutrality expected from the government, increasing the amount of anti-nepotism movement.
The 2024 election in Indonesia brings a lot of chaos as it is believed to be the worst election since the Reformation era. Controversies, frauds, conflicts have torn apart the unity of the Indonesian citizens. So what's next? The most likely thing that would happen is that the People's Representative Council rolled out their special right called Hak Angket. It states that the council has the authority to investigate through the implementation of laws and policies that are allegedly contradictory, that are related to the significant strategic matters that will have an extensive effect on society, the nation, and the state. The opposition of Prabowo, Ganjar Pranowo, is the one who actually came up with the idea first. He even asked the other candidate, Anies Baswedan, to convince him to push the council to use their special right. Three political parties who supported Anies have committed to using their legal authority to look into the matter and have taken action for now. We only have to wait for Ganjar's political party PDIP, which is regarded as Indonesia's ruling party and has been in power for the past 10 years. According to the post of Ganjar's Vice President, Professor Muhammad Mahfud MD, there are only two paths in resolving the election chaos. First is the Angket right. However, this can be considered as a risky move due to the chance that it can cause political sanction to the president, including the overthrow from his title. Depends on the politics configuration worse. And secondly, the legal route, which is through constitutional court. The chance is that the election result can be overturned as long as there is evidence and the court judge is brave enough to stand against bribery and nepotism. Both of the actions will end by the legal teams of each candidate square off against one another, throwing facts and arguments. The courtroom will be broadcasted live to the public for greater transparency and perhaps even a chance to rebuild public confidence in the government following the chaotic election drama. In conclusion, the next move will be crucial move to each candidate parties and to the nation. The next elected president will determine the fate of each citizen for the upcoming 5 years. So, will the nation hold another election, or will Prabowo Subianto be appointed as the next president of Indonesia?